In my last class, I discussed about laws of Mendel's. Three laws mainly you have seen: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assessment. Today we are to discuss about incomplete dominance or blended inheritance or mosaic inheritance. Means after the discovery of Mendel's law of dominance, it was found that law of dominance is not always fixed, and in some cases it produces a phenotype which is intermediate between the two. And to prove it, a cross was made between one red variety of flower and white variety of flower of 4 o'clock plant. 4 o'clock plant. Its scientific name is Mirabilis jalepa. Mirabilis jalepa. Here, cross was made between red and white varieties of 4 o'clock plant, and so gamete will be RR, genotype small r, genotype of white, gamete capital R, and gamete small r. So in F1 generation, capital genotype was capital R, small r, but here instead of red, it has become pink. That means what? This character was intermediate between red and white, and that is why, that means the red was not completely dominant, and that is why it is called incomplete dominance. So the color of F1 was capital R, pink, and genotype was capital R, small r. Then F1 pink were selfed, capital R, small r into capital R, small r, and on selfing in F2 generation, 4 combinations were obtained, out of which one was red, capital R, and 2 were pink, capital R, small r, and one was white, small r. So in the ratio 1:2, 2:1. Instead of Mendelian 3:1 phenotypic ratio, here phenotypic ratio is 1:2, 2:1. That means after the discovery of Mendel's law, it was found that law of dominance is not always fit or universal, and that is why the name was given incomplete dominance of blended mix up or mosaic inheritance. And in two varieties of 4 o'clock plant, I said Mirabilis jalepa, processes were made red and white variety, between red and white variety, and in F1 generation it became pink. That is the dominant red character was not expressed, and on selfing of the pink, we in F2 generation 4 varieties are obtained: red 1, pink 2, and white 1. So this was incomplete dominance or blended inheritance or mosaic inheritance. Now I discuss another one that is called codominance. Codominance it is somewhat different from the incomplete dominance, and codominance we can see in human blood group. In human blood group, there are 3 kinds of alleles: IA, IB, and I0. IA and IB is dominant, I0 is recessive. IA in homozygous condition produces A blood group, then IB in produces in B blood group, and IA and IB produces AB blood group. That means what I actually want to say, that this IA and IB, they are heterozygous alleles. I means isoemoic glutinogen. This IA and IB, both of them are dominant, but they cannot show their independent effect. Both of them simultaneously join together and shows a phenotype which is a mixture of the two. It is not like incomplete dominance. In incomplete dominance, red and pink, gene for red and genotype for red and genotype for white were mixed together, and there was an intermediate, capital R, small r, which gave pink. But here it is not intermediate. Here the IA allele, IB allele do not exhibit dominant recessive relationship. Both are dominant, both are dominant, but individually they can individually IA can show its effect, individually IB can show its effect, but when they are mixed together, they cannot show their individual effect, rather they give an effect simultaneously, and that is why it produces AB blood group. As both of them are not showing their character independently, but jointly they are showing their character, that is why they are called codominant, and the phenomenon is called codominance. Now you may be asked difference between incomplete dominance and codominance. Now first of all, let me go to the incomplete dominance. You see, in incomplete dominance, both the alleles fail to express their typical phenotype, means capital R and small r individually could not express their phenotype. When they mix together, they gave a new phenotype, that is pink. But here, both the alleles express their typical phenotype jointly or simultaneously. Then hybrid, in case of incomplete dominance, hybrid is a new phenotype, that is capital R and small r, which was pink, not red. That is hybrid. This is the hybrid which give a new phenotype, capital R, small r give a new phenotype. But here IA and IB together do not give a new phenotype, that is hybrid does not have a new phenotype. Then here you see hybrid phenotypes is intermediate between those of the two alleles. That means what? Between capital R and small r. Neither it is showing the character of red of capital R nor the white or small r. Here both of them mixed together and showing an intermediate phenotype. But here both the alleles produces their phenotype independently. IA showing its phenotype independently, and IB showing its phenotype independently. Together they are showing AB blood group. Then this one, alleles exhibit a quantitative effect in terms of numbers. That is red, then pink, then white. But here there is no quantitative effect of the alleles. Now let us discuss on human blood group. Human blood group, you got it in class 11 also. Once again, just I am trying to recap it. Human blood group was discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900, and he observed 4 types of blood groups such as A, B, AB and O. So the main basis of blood grouping is antigen and antibody. Antigen is also called immunogen and antibody is called immunoglobulins. Antigen is present in RBC and antibody is present in plasma. Now, what is the necessity of blood grouping? Blood grouping is necessity, and there is a necessity of blood grouping because if there is shortage of blood during accident or because of any other reason, then there is need of blood transfusion. So during blood transfusion, there should be matching antigen and antibody between the donors and recipient's blood. Otherwise, it will lead to coagulation of or agglutination of blood in the donor, in the recipients. Now, among the 4 blood groups, AB is called universal recipient and O is called universal donor. Types of blood group in donor and recipients on the basis of antigen and antibody. You see here, donor's blood group is A, antigen in RBC, as I said already, antigen is present in RBC, RBC is present in antigen. So donors and blood group is A, and antigen is A or alpha, antibody will be opposite, that is B or beta, and recipient's blood will be A and AB. Means A can give it to A because there is matching antigen. And A can also give it to AB because A part just matches with the A part. Then donor's blood group is B. Its antigen is B or beta and antibody is A or alpha. It can give to B and AB because B part of antigen matches with the B part, and in case of AB, B part matches with the B group. Then AB blood group, it has antigen A and B, no antibody, and it can give only AB because the antigen will not match with other one. If we give AB blood group to A. A part of the antigen will match up, but B part will not match up. That is why AB can give only to AB. And O has no antigen, because antigen is the main reacting element, and it has antibody and B, and it can give to both A, B, AB and O. That is why O group is called universal recipient. Now, inheritance of blood group. Let us go to the inheritance of blood group. You see, the blood group, main basis of blood group is I. I means isohemoglutinogen. Isohemoglutinogen. There are mainly two types of alleles or isohemoglutinogen such as IA and IB, and both of them are dominant over to a recessive IO. A man may have two types of alleles, IA, IB, or one type of allele, but not three. IA is dominant over O, IB is also dominant over O. So if we go through the inheritance of blood group, then you can see blood group A means phenotype. If the blood group is A, there will be two types of phenotype, either IA or IA-I0. B, IB or IB-I0. Then AB, only IA-IB. Both the alleles I and IB are together present, and they are simultaneously expressing together. That is why, although both of them are dominant, but they are not totally dominant, they are mixing together to produce AB blood group. That is why it is called codominant, which I said already. IO, it will produce O blood group. Okay, so there are, three types of alleles, IA, IB and IO. IA and IB are dominant over to O. So, in case of IA blood group, there will be IA or IA-I0, B will be IB or I0, then AB will be IA-IB. Both are expressing together, that is why they are codominant. I0 or IO will be O group. Eukaryotic chromosome. Eukaryotic chromosomes are of two types. One is called autosomes, another one is called sex chromosomes. Autosomes are always greater in number and they determine different body characters. Sex chromosomes, on the other end, determine the sex of their bearer. Sex chromosomes are also known as allosomes or heterochromosomes or accessory chromosomes. Sex chromosomes in male and female are always two in number. In case of human being, in human male, it is X and Y, and in case of human female, it is XX. So we should always remember that autosome will determine different body characters of the organism, and sex chromosome will determine the sex of their bearer. Types of sex determination. There are four kinds of sex determination, such as XX and XY. This we get in man and Drosophila. Then XXXO we get it in roundworm and insects like grasshopper and cockroach. ZZ, in bird and some reptiles, and ZZ in butterfly and moths. So today I shall discuss on sex determination in man and Drosophila, and in XX type in roundworm and insect like grasshopper and cockroach. Now let us go to sex determination in human being. In human being, total chromosome number is 46, out of which 44 are alike and 2 are different in both male and female. So they can be represented as 44 plus XX in female and 44 plus XY in male. As female have the similar type of sex chromosome, they are called heterochromatic or homochromatic or homomorphic. And as in male, the sex chromosomes are different types, they are called heterochromatic or heteromorphic. So in case of human being, two types of gametes will be formed in female, 22 plus and 22 plus X, and these are called gymnosperms. Then in male, it will produce 22 plus X and 22 plus Y. 22 plus X looks alike like that of the egg, that is why it is called gymnosperms, and it is called 22 plus Y, it is called endosperms. So if a cross is made between 22 plus X egg with 22 plus X sperm, then it will produce 44 plus XX, and the resultant offspring will be female. Again, if 22 plus X fuses with 22 plus Y sperm, then it will produce 44 plus XY. It will be a male offspring. Like that in Drosophila, total chromosome number is 8. Diploid chromosome 8, which can be represented 6 plus XX in female and 6 plus XY in male. So female will form two types of gametes. One is called 3 plus X and one is called 3 plus X. Both look alike. And male will produce two types of sperms. This is called 3 plus X endosperms, as it looks like their egg, and this is 3 plus Y. This is called endosperms. So now if an egg having the configuration 3 plus X fuses with 3 plus X sperm, it will produce 6 plus XX offspring. That means it will produce a female offspring having the configuration 6 plus XX. Again, if the egg 3 plus X fuses with 3 plus Y sperm, it will produce 6 plus XY chromosome, and the resultant offspring will be male. Now XX XO type of sex determination, as I said already, that it is seen in roundworm and insects like grasshopper and cockroach. XX XO means what? One of the X chromosome is missing here, so it will have the autosome AA means autosome plus XX X chromosome in female, and in male it will be AA plus X. So means one gamete will be with X and in case of another X is absent, it will be A plus 0, will be represented A plus 0. Now if A plus X gamete means egg fuses with A plus X sperm, it will produce AA plus XX configuration, it will be a female offspring. Now again, if A plus X egg fuses with A plus O means there is X is absent, then it will produce AA plus XO, this will be a male offspring. Determination in bird and some reptiles, the method is ZZ-ZW. So in this case, the female will have dissimilar sex chromosomes and male will have similar sex chromosomes, just the opposite of the earlier one. Means females are heterogametic and males are homogametic. So female will produce will have this type of configuration AA plus ZW, so it will produce two eggs, A plus Z and A plus W, and male will have this configuration AA means autosomes plus ZZ, it will produce A plus Z, A plus Z sperm. Then if a cross is made between A plus Z egg with A plus Z sperm, it will produce A plus ZZ, that will be a male offspring. And if A plus W egg fuses with A plus Z sperm, it will produce AA plus ZW, and this will be a female offspring. Now the last one, this is this one ZOZZ, it is seen in butterfly and moth. So the autosomal configuration for female are here also. Here the just opposite of the XX XO type, where male was lacking one X chromosome, here female is lacking one Z chromosome. So the configuration is AA plus ZO, it will produce two types of X, A plus Z and A plus O, and male will have similar type of sex chromosome A plus ZZ, A plus Z, A plus Z. Now if the egg A plus Z fuses with A plus Z sperm, it will produce AA plus ZZ offspring, and this will be male offspring. And if A plus O means here Z is absent, Z chromosome is absent, sex chromosome is absent. If A plus O egg fuses with A plus Z, it will produce A plus ZO, it will be a female offspring. Now one more sex determination is left, that is sex determination in honeybee. This will be done in the next class. Thank you very much.